All right, good evening, everyone, and welcome to Salty Saturdays. I am your host, Wild9, and we are bringing you just one match tonight. Going well. Dink's dad is going to be joining me in just a minute. He is actually in the middle of a match with Nenji Boston. So, I think he is just done. So let's get him on in here. Hello.
Hello.
Perfect
Oof, that was a nail.
timing. How did it go? We are on stream, just so you know. But how did it go?
I came. Neji had some very bad luck drawing Cariel Rome at the right time, and I got there 3-2. It was a close series.
Wow, nice.
All right, let's get into this action though. We have Roadrunner and Dr. Fish gearing up for Showdown. This is, from what I hear from Dr. Fish, we're usually casting together on Fridays. This is the big one, the rivalry. Every single THL season, this match happens.
I guess I can see that, right? Because they've both been playing in the 5C for a while, and it's kind of fun. They're both content creators with THL too, right? So,
Yeah.
so they like to play on stream and that sort of thing. I know both of them have been on stream a decent amount, so it's nice having them here. Yeah.
Yeah, so should be a good one. And I believe you mentioned that we have bands in already, correct?
Yeah, so we have Roadrunner on the Druid, Pally, Mage, Rogue, and then Dr. Fish with the Druid, Mage, Rogue, Warrior. So very similar, except Roadrunner with the Paladin and Dr. Fish with the Warrior. And both of them have banned Mage.
Interesting. So, I mean, I think that banning mage is probably pretty smart these days when the ping variety is running around. And we'll see if this warrior versus paladin will be the difference maker. I'm curious to see what they ended up bringing in each spot.
Yeah, especially in the hero format, right? So this is in hero, and so it'll be interesting. Do you have any thoughts about what they might queue first, or where they'll like what kind of archetypes they might bring, given that it's hero?
Yes. So I think with the mage ban, especially, I'm expecting some sort of buff or mech paladin on Roadrunner's side.
Hmm.
And honestly, if I'm Roadrunner, I lead with the paladin and I hope to sweep. That just looks really strong into Fish's lineup. Unless
Yeah.
there's something there we don't know.
I mean, my only thought could be if Fish brings a Beast Druid, right? Beast Druid's pretty good against Mech Pally, and so that could be a kind of counter. Um, but yeah, that's definitely one way to play the hero matchup sometimes, right? You just have a strong deck that's a potential sweeper, and you just start with it and hope you go 3-0.
Definitely. But yeah, I think that's Roadrunner's key, and I think keying in on that possible Beast Druid is very key for Doctor Fish. I mean,
Yeah.
like you said, if it is Beast, then you've got a great matchup into Paladin and a Ramp Druid on Roadrunner's side. So it would be very cool to see that.
Yeah, I think that's one of the cool things about Druid is if you're going to bring it in hero, it does have some flexibility, even though Beast Druid's not particularly popular, right? But it certainly has some weaknesses. But yeah, I have given them the green light, so hopefully they will be starting the game up soon.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting into this one.
Um, yeah, if we don't see the Paladin, like what does Doctor Fish start with? I guess maybe that's another way to put it.
Yeah, perfect. All right. I think that mm, if I'm him, I could see him going with the Druid if it is Beast. I'm probably Yeah, I feel like Warrior is a tricky one just because it seems potentially powerful into the other decks, but into Paladin, it's very bad. So you might want to keep that back. And then Rogue is kind of safe. It's going to be somewhat solid into everything, test the waters, and we'll
Yeah.
see what kind of rogue list Fish is on because, I know that there's a big hullabaloo about Thief Rogue and whether it is good or not, or whether it could be something like Reno. Who knows?
All right, we are just getting into the match here. The Roadrunner is on the Paladin, and he should start with the.
What can I do for you?
All right, well, I think that
Oh, that
is.
is Maestro Rogue. Sorry, not a warrior.
Yeah, well, all right.
Holy light.
So we see Fish has a Swift Scale Trickster. That's a that could that could pay some dividends later. We'll see. I wonder. Not sure where Doctor Fish found this deck, but whoever crafted this one might have been a touch irresponsible.
With the Swift Scale Trickster, yeah, that's a very interesting include.
Yeah. We'll see if Fish elects to go right for the vessel this turn. Could be a very strong start into Paladin, and that's what we'll see.
Yeah, the curve for Pally right now does look pretty good. Am I bugged? Have they started?
Oh yes, they're
Okay.
going right now
I
with
need to
turn
rejoin
2.
because weird
Yes.
visual bug here. All right, go ahead. What's going on?
So we have Dr. Fish has developed the Asharan vessel, but Roadrunners get the great start. He has the Jewel Kit, he has the Annoyotron, he has the Mooncatcher, and the Savior. So I think Roadrunner is got to be really happy with where he's at. Just has all of the high win rate cards in the opening hand, Bannerman and Amalgam of the Deep for extra gas. And I like this play here. Just slam the Mooncatcher, and next turn put the nice double 6/4 in your hand. Nothing to be upset about. Oh, what's that? A sprint?
Wow, that's
Oh,
interesting.
well, looks like there's going to be a little bit more comeback than usual.
Yeah,
See
he
if,
is playing a prep too, so I guess that's why the sprint is there, maybe?
yeah, I think with Dagger SI Extortion,
How
he
complicated.
can really get ahead on the board.
Yeah, I like that.
We'll see if he uses. Oh, he's
Oh,
gonna. We'll see. Yeah, I think this is a little bit of a weaker line. Gives up a 3/3 here instead of the health on the hero,
right.
which I think could hurt. But we'll see if this comeback from the Trickster could really just be it. And oh boy, Seafloor Savior. This is the card. 4/4 Seafloor Savior. Oh
Oh my
no,
god.
yeah, that's a big Mooncatcher.
Gariel on the bottom 3 as well. So he
Yeah.
could dredge it up if he wants.
Hmm.
I mean, not now, obviously, but next turn.
Yeah, and then Automaton is just perfect curve filler. Could also go with Mothership. Good tempo for 6.
Yeah, it's
Roadrunner.
possible he thinks he already has a 5 play there pretty cleanly, so might as well just follow that curve.
Yeah. I think we'll have to hope that these spells are gonna spell a scam here for Dr. Fish.
I mean, 0 mana sprint does seem good.
Yeah, oh, double null. Okay. It's not gonna be enough, but on paper, it's not bad. Now, if I'm Dr. Fish here, I'm gonna shadow step my minion. No, okay. Here we go. Big Mooncatcher time.
Oof.
Roadrunner doesn't even have to think about it.
And now do you dredge up a Cariol? You have a 6 and a 7 then, I guess. Oh, he's not going to dredge. Interesting.
Yeah, I think I like the dredge there too. Just putting the minion in play with bigger stats seems like where you want to be.
Yeah, just get more stuff on the board.
Yeah, like opening with the burglar, but Fish is going to go reconnaissance, and we get a bit of a roadblock. That minion could potentially slow up Roadrunner a little bit, but so difficult.
I mean, you can kill one of these, but it
Yeah.
costs you so much to do it.
Yeah, and I think here you just have to hope that there's some absurd large spell in your hand that gets you out of the jam.
Right.
Because I like using the Knolls just to clear off the 4/5 and just hope that Roadrunner doesn't have it. That seems like maybe the best course of action. You also could use the Tooth of Nefarian to try to find a big spell that could maybe bring you back next turn with a Swift Scale.
Mm-hmm.
But Fish, it looks like Fish is going to elect to remove one of these minions. And I think ultimately, even with these double nulls, this is just going to be too slow.
You could have also Shadow Stepped it. That was another possible play to get the 4/5 off.
Oh yeah, that would have been nice too. But now Mothership just comes down. Roadrunner pushes the face.
Yeah, that 6/5 does look pretty good. Considering, I guess, the 2/3s also pretty good. I mean,
Really?
those are some big minions.
Yes. Oh, and that's a big Mr. Smite too.
Yeah, this thief list is very interesting. Like I have not played much Thief Rogue since, all the changes, but I have not seen much Trickster.
Yeah. I can say I've played a lot of Thief Rogue. I've yet to try a Trickster version, but I think there is some potential there, at least for, some sort of Conquest or Last Hero standing lineup. For ladder though, that's a hard sell. I'm not confident you can make that work.
But
Is
Disciple has to come down, right? Probably.
um
Or is he
I don't
still
the
dead
disciple
through
isn't
Disciple?
enough.
Yeah, you're right. He's
Disciple
still
isn't.
dead.
Yeah, well, I
I do.
yeah, there's a lot of stuff that Dr. Fish can do, but it seems like most of it leaves up 8 damage unless I am missing something. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I think that it really relies on and
Good.
then Mr. Smite's in hand too. There's
Yeah.
it's this is, it's a nice exercise, but everything I see just removes.
Well, this does make it so in theory he has to trade.
Right.
So
But
that technically keeps you alive from his perspective, right?
yeah, but
But
then
the
that
smite
just
is gonna basically end the game.
yeah, because Smite just eats the minion and closes it out, or Mothership, they're the same. Don't even have to show the Mr. Smite.
Right.
Well fought.
Mothership doesn't grief him either. I don't think there's anything that could stop him there, but no sheep, no naval mines, just all gasoline for Roadrunner, and that closes it out. So 1-0, the Paladin takes the commanding lead, and the Rogue goes down. But we'll see what Dr. Fish has to answer. If the Beast Druid is there and waiting in the wings, now is the time.
Right.
It is Beast Druid,
Okay.
and Dr. Fish is on the play. Very good combination.
Turning tides.
Now, Roadrunner is still attached magnetically to the Prismatic Jewel Kit, which is good for him. Keeping that in the opening hand is really powerful. And we see, Sunken, we see the Gardens. Quick bottom feeder. Oh, I like this play a lot from Roadrunner. This puts so much pressure.
Yeah, not much Beast Druid can do. You really have to have the rush minion here.
Yeah, well, double Gardens is all right. I think it's probably as good a time as any to go for it.
Yeah, this it only buffs this one attack. We can't kill this in any way.
Yeah, Toad of the Wilds is also
it's
completely
pretty
fine.
good.
Hyena, Hecklefang Hyena is good too. Yep. So we're gonna see the bottom feeder probably get taken out here. Follow it with the security automaton coming down here.
Yeah, it should be double. This is pretty like if there's a path for Pally to beat Beast Druid, it's probably this one.
Oh no! Face! Uh-oh, here comes the punish.
Yeah.
Garden time.
I would assume it's Garden Aquatic Form Garden, right?
Oh yeah. Then you get to play a big peasant. 4/3 peasant. You get to clear one of these minions at least. You get to clear the larger one.
this is so powerful.
Yeah, just for the rest of the game too. Just having this passive buff is absolutely bonkers. And yeah, play that big peasant.
I know. 4-3 peasant.
All right, and we know here with Caster Vision that there's not much of a follow-up for Roadrunner, and
Yeah, that is a
uh-oh.
rough draw.
Yeah, not a good kit. Oracle of Balloon's okay. Oh boy, another beast. I like just playing the minions, but Moonlit
Yeah.
Guidance doesn't hurt anybody.
Also,
Double
not bad.
composting, sure. that
not?
seems all right as well. And that peasant's just gonna keep drawing cards unless there's a Cariel. Oh,
Oh,
Blade Master
Samuro.
Samuro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's huge. It's a big pickup.
It is, but Samuro's baby, and these minions are big. They've been working out. I don't know if Samuro has what it
you do
takes.
have the Bannerman. You do have this Divine Shield proc. There are ways to
Yeah.
get it big. It's just, can you survive to that point? And then can you clear the full board?
Yeah, that looks like it's gonna be a no.
Yeah.
That looks like it's gonna be a no. Oh man, that's so powerful. And
Pretty close to being it.
Samuro can clear off 2. We get the Jewel Kit buff. So it's still lethal on board though.
Right.
Even after all that. Oh. Dr. Fish has a really smart bring there with this Druid. Got the problem deck out of the way.
Yeah, that's why sometimes, saving that pally is kind of nice too.
Yes.
Like just running a rogue out there or something that doesn't necessarily, you don't need it to counter anything. I guess it depends on what the druid is. If the druid is ramp druid or something like that, and they're expecting control warrior, then probably is fine, right?
Yes, definitely.
So what answers this beast druid? If the
Oh.
druid is slow, it's 50-50 or worse. So I guess the rogue?
Yeah, you just bring the Knolls and Knoll them. That's what I would try. I would try to play Wild Pod Knoll as early as I could. And it looks like that's what Roadrunner has elected to do here with this Hunter. I don't know about this one. I don't know if that's really a Hunter. Swashbuckler.
It's a Maestra.
Yeah. So it's interesting here because I think in this matchup, now that you know Dr. Fish is on the Beast Druid, the Swashbuckler is a much more appealing keep. And oh, Knoll.
Knoll's pretty good in hand as well.
Oh no. Yeah, so I think this gives Fish a little bit of an out here. I would go with the peasant on his side.
It's going to be both. Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah. Well, you can play around a Knoll.
There's going to be 2 though.
Double Agent, also very strong.
And the honorable kill.
Yep. Ooh. Now, it's fun that you can get the rogue spells here and backstab.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think Dr. Fish. Yeah, that's one that makes you get up and walk away from the computer there. That's absolutely brutal. Dredge up and grab a Druid of the Reef, an Oracle of Elune. I think you just.
The Oracle doesn't go to hand, right? So
right, goes to the deck. I feel like you just take the Reef, but that's a tough one.
Yeah,
Oracle on top.
it's a tough call. I mean, because you could play the 2 1-drops now or try to get back somehow later. The problem with the Oracle is that you're not going to slam. I mean, well, we have Caster Vision, but I was going to say you're not going to slam it on 3 with nothing, most likely.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he was going to get punished either play pretty hard. Okay, yeah, that too.
And
I was thinking
the shuffle.
The shuffle, right? That's the other thing that's very interesting, right? Because it shuffles. Therefore, you don't get your Oracle anymore.
Right. I think that Yeah, at this point, it's sort of a lost cause. Like, we didn't even comment on the spawn of Deathwing, but that's also a ridiculous pickup for Roadrunner.
Yes.
So, Capture Cold Tooth, Seeds of Destruction, both seem quite good to me.
I
I
mean, at this
think,
point,
yeah, I think you
any of these is good.
yeah, I think you just take Capture Cold Tooth, draw big, get your Hook Tusk or Scabs or Vessel if you're only running low curve. But Seeds of Destruction,
Board presence.
yeah. All right, Moonlit Guidance. Maybe this can get some one drops, grab one of those nuts, gets an acorn. We also see Druid of the Reef, which is a potential choice as well. Acorn, though, I think is the one I like. It
Yeah.
just keeps your hand sort of gassed up, gives you 2/1/1s, and if you draw a 1-mana card, you can just keep going. I like holding that back for composting,
Yeah.
but
And the discover.
yeah, Double Agent, though, is a pretty good play here alongside the hero power. You can save Smite Fillet Fighter if you want. You can also just run out the Fillet Fighter now. All completely fine. But,
Weapon.
yep. Somehow, though, this isn't completely over. I think Roadrunner might have just let his foot off the gas for a little bit. There's a chance maybe there's a big composting turn possible here. Could maybe see some of those matriarchs. Kalak.
Wow.
That's I mean, you got to take it, right? There's no other option that's realistic.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, we know that he's almost dead.
Yes, we do. And I think tempo Mr. Smite kind of is good. You can push Fish down to 2 life,
Right.
which is lethal with Fillet Fighter unless there's a taunt and a clear. All right, we're pushing. What do we see off the top?
Go face.
And the garden, well, we have a chance here to trade this 2/3 first. Nope, Dr. Fish just is going to call it.
The
There's,
suicide play.
yep. But on the bright side, there's likely a control warrior coming back the other way that can handle even the earliest of Wild Paw Knolls with a good draw.
Yeah, this does seem to be playing out the way you expect Hero to play out.
Yeah, you have the deck and you have the answer, and well, I'm not going to pretend that the rogue is the answer to the beast druid most of the time, but
Right.
very frustrating when it is. All right, we have a very legitimate priest going up against a very legitimate control warrior. So I think here, if you're Dr. Fish, you want to prioritize getting your shield chatter as early as you can. And Brawl can sometimes be a little bit too slow in this matchup.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, though, for Roadrunner, interesting hand because you have this option to curve out, but you
Yeah.
also have the option to go for Knolls. And having played this deck a lot, I think you chuck that whole thing.
You don't keep swordfish? Just curious.
No, I don't keep Swordfish unless I have Vessel and Prep. Then I would keep it. If I have Prep Vessel, I'd keep Swordfish.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So I think here Dr. Fish can armor up, can drop an amalgam and just get board pressure out there. Since it, trades favorably with the axe into a knoll, it's pretty reasonable to get that out now. You also just have From the Depths next turn to, hit your reload, hopefully.
Right. Yeah,
And
he's got a pretty good hand.
Yeah. And I mean, Roadrunner, notably has none of his scam cards. There's no
Yes.
vessel, there's no prep, there's no reconnaissance prep, there's no double trouble or double agents, there's no wild paw nulls. Oh, Obsidian Smith is an amazing pickup. That card actually is really great here.
What is he
And
gonna look for here?
so I think that like if you've played this deck a bit more, you tend he put null on top. That's good when you can just roll your 5/6 null. But I know that like saving that for Vessel for a proc
Right.
can also be very strong. Ooh,
Ooh.
boy. Finley. Finley, hello.
That is
Oh no, no, do it, Dr. Fish. Pick the Finley.
Yeah, it should be. He's got card draw with the Outrider as well, so once he starts drawing cards with that thing, should be able to get a decent amount of value from the Finley. Oh,
Yeah.
chose Raid Boss. Right?
Oh, I can see the logic. So you have this Frozen Buckler and Shield Shatter in hand that you just really don't want to play. And I think that like Dr. Fish is thinking I can put this Onyxia in my hand and I can have that for turn 7. And it's probably going to be good enough. But on the other side of that, having the Finley to give you access to those cards later, because you already have card draw with Axe and Shield Block as your other two, can pay a bit more of a dividend. Oh no.
Wow.
Oh no. At least it's slow, right?
Mhm.
You can Outrider's Axe, take out this Fillet Fighter.
Yeah, I mean the thing about Finley is that you don't like there's no it's not mandatory that you have to play it right away. Right?
Right.
So you can do what you need to do and hopefully have enough reload to make you can always pull the Nixia when you need it.
Exactly. And I think Roadrunner. I'm curious if Roadrunner is playing the Captain Hook Tusk in this deck. So we see Reconnaissance on top, Big Null,
5-6.
and yeah. So you can use your clear here to draw a card, which
Right.
is I think what I would elect to do. I know that it's tough and you don't really want to spend the clear into the vessel turn, but it's just so good to keep drawing cards, cycle through your deck. You have this Onyxia coming down that essentially reads win the game.
Right. I agree with that. I think that my temptation a lot of times when I play Control Warrior is to be too value oriented. So I'll feel like, oh, I have to save this for more value. But I do think that the deck actually shuffles or cycles fast enough. You know, you have enough card draw to come back. So
Right.
sometimes it's better just to do the simple and clean play, and then you'll find your way back pretty.
Simple and clean. Is this a Kingdom Hearts stream? Oh. All right, let's see. What's in the buckler?
Because he's got the buckler, shatter, draw a card, or shield block.
Yep.
It's kind of disgusting. That's
Yeah, it's
great.
just so efficient, and
right.
you know what? Maybe that's a forged in flame on top.
Yeah.
I'll give Dr. Fish a little good juju. It is not, but that's another good draw. Oh, wow. That's a good turn 6, too. And a nice bridge turn here. So you probably see Reconnaissance. Gigafin. Huh.
Whoa.
I think that's amazing.
Yeah.
Right?
Just create pressure, right?
Well, create pressure, but also it's like one of the only ways for the rogue to answer Raid Box Onyxia. You have Gigafin
Right.
Shadow Step. The Shadow Steps have been used, right?
I don't think we've seen one yet in this game.
Interesting. Okay, so we have the attack.
That is a slow turn.
Yeah, I think that I think you can, even if you're Dr. Fish here, you can take the tempo play. Forge and Flame's also just phenomenal. Like there's so many good choices. Like Forge and Flame, Outrider's Axe is just great turn. Yeah, I think that's what we'll see. or at least the start with the Fortune Flame. Continue to dig through the deck. Kazakusan, Mutinous, and another Shatter. So Rokara Shatter is available. That's pretty good.
Maybe here there's some consideration on what he's playing on 7, whether he's playing Rokara or not.
Yeah, I think you just always slam Onyxia. I think
Yeah.
I think it's very hard to realistically consider anything else.
Right.
Just because typical Thief Rogues have no answer. They aren't running Puffer Fist. And without that, like, you're putting Roadrunner on exactly a discovered out. And even then, you still have Rokara Shatter to follow up. You still have Onyxian Drake and Amalgam. Like Onyxia coming down early is just so good. And it just bricks this Krakatoa.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to see this Gigafin probably come into play.
Yeah, and
But
we'll see if
We will
Roadrunner
have a
can.
way to clear it because of the Drakes, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll see if Dr. Fish elects to draw a card here. He does.
Nice.
And, well, Shield Block solves the Drake problem, so... Mr. Smite, but... Yeah, you're just forced to Gigafin at this point.
This Thief Rogue is not drawing an order. Very awkward hands.
Yeah, Flurry, not the best. And I think now you just have to remove Gigafin, and if I'm Dr. Fish, I want to make sure that I am reading the cards and removing the correct one, because I don't know if it's like him, but it's very like me to make that sort of mistake and kill the wrong one. So we'll see one of the Onyxian Drakes come down and deal with this, and Onyxia is back. So
Another card. If
Yeah,
he wants. Okay, he doesn't want to. That's fine.
I like pressuring the life total there.
Sure.
The Kazakusan is also almost active. He's only 1 away.
Right.
And, oh boy, plays around the scabs, gets Onyxia back for later. And we could see Rokara Shatter on this. It's a little weak, but you just have Onyxia available for the rest of the game. So that's pretty good.
You know, if he wanted to now, he could also From the Depths and draw Finley and go. I don't know if he wants to, but...
Well, he doesn't have a way to draw a card, right?
Oh, right.
Yeah, so I think Rokara with regular armor button first is probably the play. Attack, armor, Rokara, Shatter.
I feel like there's a lot of ways to go.
Definitely.
But yeah, the Rokara play seems good just to get it online as well.
Yeah.
Gives you an answer next turn to the 4/2s. Very
Yeah,
simple
and-
answer.
Yeah. And having caster vision, we know that Roadrunner does have the old school Thief Rogue finisher stewing right there in the
Right.
hand. All right. We're just going to see a passive Onyxian Drake and an Amalgam just to, develop to the board. Grab the Drake again. That works out.
And Kazakhstan now is online.
Yes.
Will allow From the Depths shenanigans if you want, I guess.
Yeah. Not a lot of good stuff for Roadrunner, though. It's I think that the advantage of holding back for Fish now is like really showing in that, can't know for sure what Roadrunner has. We can see that this hand requires either an all-in with Mr. Smite, or it's just going to be a turn that gets cleared off next time pretty easily.
Yeah, the way to win is some kind of combo, right?
Right. I think you have to be able to push through the Warriors' life total. And, if I'm Dr. Fish, I just want to make sure I've been counting my pirates and that there's no way a Captain Hook Tusk could come down and deal a 1 game.
Right.
And doesn't look like there's a hit there. These cards are discounted with From the Depths, which is pretty funny. Okay, we have a Tooth of Nefarian. Could this be something game-changing? Hex is pretty good.
Yeah.
Now, I would just slam Onyxia here if I'm Dr. Fish. I want to just be back in that driver's seat, putting on pressure.
Yeah, definitely. It does seem like one of the best options here. You could do some things with Onyxia Drakes as well if you want to set up taunts. I don't know.
Yeah, though that also seems reasonable. Armor up and Drake down the guys is pretty solid. I just think that, you know, with Onyxia, if you use Onyxia, you can use three guys to clear, which leaves 14 power in play. So Rikara isn't enough to kill. Yeah, huh. A lot of thought to put into that. So I think, though, we might see the Shatter this turn, which I think is fair if Roadrunner didn't have... All right, Bran on top. Oh, boy.
Bran Mutinous?
Yeah.
It will be good if he doesn't play the 2 minions.
I think, so Dr. Fish is greeting the Shield Shatter here, which, without an armor... Oh, I think that he just took some extra damage there.
Yeah, 5 to face is more than the 3, too.
Yeah. All right. Well, if you are Roadrunner, I think you have to go for this, right?
I think so, too.
Because you can't... You're just going to have a 0 mana... Okay.
Oh, he's just going to pass.
Okay, if Fish is... No, wait. Yeah, if Fish does the greedy thing and Bran Mutinuses, he wins the game on the spot. So let's see if he's greedy.
Like he's thinking about Onyxia, but he did put the brand on top for a reason, right? I imagine.
Right.
There's not a lot here to brand.
And like you have to be wondering what could Roadrunner have in his hand that he's holding back at this point? It would have to be a Hook Tusk or a Smite. Like there's I mean you just got to go for it, right?
Yeah, I mean like he played no cards. He played the card that he dredged up for 0 mana and floated 10 mana.
All right. Well,
looks like he's thinking Onyxia.
I mean, I'm not going to say no to developing a 2020 and slamming your opponent for setting up lethal. That's also a good option, but if you took that Bran,
yeah. But now he's got to go, right?
I think we're going to see it.
I mean, what else can you do?
The flurry also is very good here. Like, oh, no, Roadrunner. All right, it looks like he's going to set up this flurry and greet it again. Okay, wait. I thought he was about to use that to remove one of the minions and then flurry. So we're not going to see it again.
Yeah.
Huh.
Well, pretty good.
Fresh Lord of Turtling. There are worse minions.
Yeah.
Flurry will.
Oh no. God.
I did not see that coming.
All right, Dr. Fish, do the mutinous. Eat him.
Yeah.
I'll admit I'm rooting just a little bit for the person who I cast with. I know he wants this one.
Okay, here we go. You eat it, and the game is over. There you go.
Eat him, yes. All right, and that's it for those.
Yes.
And Roadrunner's gonna head out. So the question that raises, I think, or the question I have left is: does Roadrunner have a Captain Hook Tusk in that deck? I guess if he wins, we'll find out in post game. But if not, it may be lost to the ages.
Yeah, that's True. We didn't see a lot actually. Honestly, that Thief Rogue just felt like it drew in very odd sequence.
Yeah, it either drew all the stuff it wanted, or just the weird non-thief combo card draw tools for the end. Oh boy. Well, looks like we're gonna have a race on our hands, and it's alignment versus
This battlefield will be
whatever. Alignment versus Kazaku-san. So, I think Roadrunner definitely has the edge here, but that's before you account for the fact that someone's starting with From the Depths in their opening hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I'm Dr. Fish, I like mulliganing it all, but From the Depths, that's what we see. And good ramp, but light card draw hand. Up, alignment. All right, we're on the clock. Right, so Earthen Scales, not a card that Roadrunner is super interested in. I think here we probably see the coin From the Depths, and Dr. Fish starts to pray. Rancor. Oh, nope. Saves the coin. And alignment number 2. Not a great hand for either
Yeah.
player right now.
Not so great. I mean, at least he's got From the Depths, right?
Yeah,
But those
those aren't
are
it.
not. Yeah.
I think you just take the amalgam, right? But
You hope you
we
draw
see-
a minion of some kind.
Yeah, I think we saw Fish took the buckler.
Buckler, right? I mean, I think that Brawl has some potential usage for. Well, he doesn't know what he's playing against, I guess. So Brawl probably doesn't look that good.
Yeah, well, he's seen a wild growth. I think he's
Well, he knows it's slow, yeah, but he doesn't know it's
Yep.
Anaconda, right? In particular, because Brawl has some
Right.
usage in that particular matchup.
yes, definitely
Against Ramp, though, it's not that great, right?
Yeah. I guess if they're playing the Naga BGBM version, it's okay. If they're playing
Right.
Kazakusan ramp, it's less good. There's Naga Giant.
Not swinging.
Now, any chance Roadrunner just develops a scale? That seems super reckless, but
Yeah,
Maybe
well,
he'll
he
do
didn't
it.
see a Rancor before, but that'll feel
Yeah.
bad if Rancor is in the deck.
oh well,
right.
and it's in there. It is. So Fish gets to draw a card and Rancor this away.
Yeah, that's the other
He-
bad part of this play is that it gives your opponent a card, right?
Yeah, and I think that's like the main drawback here. I don't think you're actually all that worried about the armor. Oh, wait, Finley.
Yeah, after the he could play it after the Rancor.
Yeah, he can, and he has From the Depths. So
Big
goodbye
play.
goodbye to those. And even without the discounts, there have to be just more useful cards there, right?
For sure. This
Amalgam,
will do some use.
Kazakusan, Heavy Plate, Mutinous. Slime Scale Divers. Huh. I mean, I've seen worse.
For sure.
Oh, right. So,
So he
if
has
you're
to
road,
alignment here?
I mean, kind of, but it's also like terrible.
Well, you align it and you divide you
Moonlit
play
Guidance.
the
yeah,
the giant, right?
right. And then you have Moonlit
The
Guidance.
follow up, which isn't anything. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think here, if you're Dr. Fish, you just, I mean, you think about
do you
Mutinous if he
Mutinous?
has the
Yeah.
icon.
I mean, that's probably the most intuitive play.
Yeah. I
just
mean, I kind of,
because you expect like you just don't want to lose the Anaconda coming out.
yeah. I mean, I like the Nelly, though. That's also pretty strong.
Yeah.
Trade Shield Shatter Nelly.
But on some level, don't you think that doesn't it feel like if you don't play Mutinous and you get punished for it, it just feels so bad. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, he's
I
going.
mean, so you just have to, when you know, you know. Right.
I just feel like I would never be able to forgive myself.
Fair.
Like they had it and then I didn't play it and then
Very fair. Well, that's all of it. I mean,
Dilly-dally.
given that he is aligned, the Nelly isn't quite as impressive. That is the stuff, and let's see if Moonlit Guidance can maybe do something here, or are we just gonna go with the scale? We got
Gale is a clear, but
yeah, it's
I think you
clear.
have.
Dr.
Don't you have to look for something? I guess you can't find anything though, right?
Yeah, I mean you can't do it this turn at
Right,
least,
right.
but I still think it might be worth looking.
Yeah.
Right, so there are the pirates.
This play scares me because now your opponent has pirates in hand. The other,
Yeah.
it feels like I'd rather just leave the 5/5 and the 2/6 up and just take 7 damage.
Yeah. I think now he's eyeing the Mutinous a little more closely, but I feel like, you want to play this Defias Cannoneer, I think, every time here.
Right?
And wait,
Is he?
Who
huh?
needs a bunker
He's-
when you have this?
I guess just
Mutinous.
raise? Doesn't wanna do
Yeah.
that.
And it's a
Nothing.
whiff. All right. So let's see what's on the top here. Amalgam. So it is another pirate.
Yeah, more pirates.
Well,
he's thinking for a
Localar.
combo here.
Yeah.
Ugh,
I think you just have to guidance, right?
I think so too. Yeah, you look for mana.
Yeah. Anaconda, Guff. Oh, that's good too.
Yeah,
I think Mally's game winning, right?
yeah. I think that's the only play. That's the only thing that the other two are completely meaningless.
Yeah, because you can take Mally, play Localar. Yeah,
Right.
that seems.
And next turn go on.
Rokara. Well, you
Well.
know what? That's being rewarded. I think though that if Roadrunner does what he has to do in Alliance next turn, this game ends pretty quickly. But Rokara, Smite, Cannoneer, not bad.
Yeah, it does set up a very aggressive follow up.
Yeah, you also could play the Kazaku-san. I think that I would have liked to have seen that earlier, maybe just
Just as an
get
8/8.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's very reasonable.
So, but I think no matter what here, Dr. Fish is pretty priced into Rokara attack Localar.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like the Mutinous plays is actually less attractive the second turn because, in theory, at least, Anaconda would have come down the first turn.
Right, and you know that, and like maybe you're thinking, oh, it's Kazaku-san.
Right. So like you don't want to play it.
Yeah, so we see the Kazaku-san here, and then we're probably gonna see Cannoneer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some damage in.
Sure. Save your smite combo. Push a nice cool 12. And
Force
not
your opponent to have it now, right?
yeah.
He does.
I
mean,
yeah, he's
got something.
mana. Yeah, we'll see if it's enough though.
Yeah, it might not be enough. We'll see.
I mean, it'll stop lethal. I just don't know if this is going to really put Dr. Fish on the clock just a second. All right, so we'll
there's
see
the
some
Nourish.
nourish.
2 of them.
And I like holding a nourish here because I think that if you're Roadrunner, you really want to align at the end of the turn.
Oh, right. I think that
And-
he's just thinking about putting as much pressure and getting as much life probably on board.
Oh, there's a Kalak. That's in the deck.
Oh. Interesting.
Well,
Time waits for no one.
is there any chance there's no Kazaku-san?
That's a really good question. There's only 7 cards left. So he should align here, but I guess he doesn't have to.
Well,
He doesn't have to
No.
with that play there because he played both of the nourishes.
incredibly at this point, I think that I'd say Dr. Fish is in a much stronger position than he
Yeah.
was before.
So too.
You have a
You could brawl. I don't know if that's the right play though.
I mean, honestly, it's not bad. You also have this shield shatter available still for 0 mana that you could potentially fit in. Kazaku-san and the weapon can take on this 12/12 and leave you with enough life to stay in the game.
Was Roadrunner better off there not aligning after the double nourish, do you think? It
Yeah,
does-
I think he should have held it.
Yeah, right. Because then he could do his comeback play next turn. Going to be really strong. Well, I don't know.
Right.
He's got 7 cards left, so
Yeah, I mean, if there's no Kazaku-san, I think this game is like really interesting.
right.
So, okay, I'm not sure about that ordering, but it gives you a way to deal with the big
If it
the
survives.
big minion.
Nope, it
It
does.
did. Wow. You know what? He knows something we don't.
He called it.
Call this shot. Amalgam of the Deep. So you assume there has to be Kazaku-san, right? If there's
I
Amalgam.
assume so, yeah.
So, but there's no more Celestial alignments.
Right. So it's going to be a very awkward.
Oh,
That's a very
that's
nice
a
side deck.
huge draw. That's game winning.
It should be.
Because you also don't have to give up any of the whelps if you don't want to. Because you can use
Yeah,
the
use
whelps
them to kill it. Yeah. Kill the shell.
Yeah.
I'm the brood mother. Don't you ever forget.
Unless you want to use the whelps to clear the shell, or
Like make room or something.
yeah, if you want to try to set up like a school teacher or something a little more threatening.
Well, your
But that's
opponent
pretty.
can't kill you from. Oh wow, Guff is good. Good top deck.
Yeah, that's probably the best draw in
Right.
Roadrunner's end.
I was gonna say that your opponent can't really kill you without developing a board. Oh, okay. There's raid boss.
Yeah, I mean it's awkward though because it's just like an even trade.
Right.
I mean, I think that Roadrunner is perfectly happy with even trades these days, but still, just and then maybe you send this Miracle Growth upstairs, get some more cards.
Yep.
There's
There
Kazaku-san,
it is.
Alex Straza. All right, well, it looks like Dr. Fish's lease on life here is coming to an end. Maybe there's a way. Is there anything he can do to stop this? No.
What does the school teacher fish you?
Shield Slam's a good one. It does deal with the minion.
That does.
And Frozen Buckler and Shield Slam to stay alive.
And Anaconda Druid. I mean, this is how favored this matchup is in some sense.
Yeah.
Druid
Well,
is very
bottom
favored.
bottom Anaconda.
Wow.
So I think
Wait.
we're just gonna see some dragons and Kazaku-san next.
Right.
He still needs 2 more, but that's not a
Yeah,
problem.
not a problem. Oh, really?
And the
Just
cycle
played.
of life is reborn
Amalgam, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe there's like something you want here. Right? Well, these are all great.
Yep.
Honestly, I think Hyper Blaster might just be enough. I don't know how, without his own Kazaku-san now, Dr. Fish has any hope.
Right. Army knife seems fine.
Yeah. Puzzle
Living
Box
Presence. Puzzle box, yeah, not bad.
and Book of the Dead.
Dead,
That
yeah,
Book of the
that's
Dead's the
pretty
real. Yeah. I mean, that's not. I guess that's not completely insurmountable. The assistant in the knife is going to be pretty tough to beat, though. I think that's the one here.
Right.
Kaz number 2. Yep. Every
Oh,
time.
geez.
Okay, game over. That's
Slow death from here.
yeah, not enough pirates to assemble charge.
Maybe he can find. Let's see, how many dragons has he played? Maybe he can find a. He doesn't have a dragon
doesn't
to
have-
discover.
Right.
He needs to find a Kazaku-san. And then play it on turn 8. Somehow.
Yeah. Uh, and like we've already seen all of the bombs in Fish's deck. We've seen Mutinous, we've seen Nelly, we've seen Rokara, we've seen Kazaku-san, we've seen Raid Boss Onyxia. So you know what? Salcy, let's see if he can get the Salcy and steal a win con. Nope. Sorry. I think you probably should have played Brand there, but
Yeah.
it's a moot point.
Faster!
Because like, what do you play that? You hope. Okay.
Not dead to board.
Not even a
in
little.
theory.
Well, I mean, with the aquatic form and Moonlit Guidance, it's
Right.
the knife is a sure thing.
Oh, there it
it's
is.
just something. Yeah, that's enough.
Should be
So
enough, yeah.
Roadrunner can just play the knife and close it out. That's 28. Nope, he's going fishing. We're gonna stay here for a little bit more time. He's gonna find Book of the Dead and
Yep.
do it that way. We go for RNG here on the stream. Let's
There you go. It clears the board too, though, so you know, it's just
Yeah.
better.
I should have given you more credit.
It's just better. Roadrunner with the 3-2 win.
yeah, pulls it out.
See if we can get him in for an interview.
Right. And just like that, we have. So, looking at this, it brings Barnes a little bit closer back into contention, but yeah, F2L Obsidian still holding down a lead now. It looks like it's going to be 10-8 after this.
Hello. Thank you for
Hi.
inviting me. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for coming on.
Hey.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, so that was quite the match. 3-2, nail-biter, down to the wire. But, you know, in the end, the Druid had all the tools it needed to get through that warrior and close it out.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And I knew that I definitely misplayed a lot with the Druid because I don't think I've played Ramp Druid in a while. And I was just very, not as confident with that deck as the other two, but I will say, like, it's just such a good matchup, so I was kind of leaning into that. So
Yeah. And I mean, you know, that second Kazaku-san was a nice insurance policy.
oh, and for sure, absolutely. So anyway, sorry.
Oh, no, go on. You're the one in the spotlight here.
The second Kazaku-san really was just icing on the cake, I think. And then the Moonlit Guidance into the deal 7 damage to all enemies, I was like, ooh, that's pretty good. I should take that. That's probably lethal. And it was like way over lethal. So
Yeah, I mean, you had lethal right there in your hand.
yeah.
With the knife, that was actually just enough right there.
The Wind
Yeah,
Fury, yeah.
yeah. Oh, right. Yes. That's true. I didn't even. Yeah, you're right.
But I mean,
Fine.
to be fair, you had pretty good odds of finding it with the Moonlit, and I don't think that one was getting away from you.
Yeah.
No.
No,
So,
it's
I
good.
was so sad. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. What are you gonna say?
I was just gonna say I was so sad game 4 too when my rogue just gassed out and he ate both Smite and Edwin, and I was just like, oh my gosh. Yeah.
What was your thought about holding Edwin there? Were you looking for Shadow Step in particular?
So the reason I held Edwin was I didn't want him hitting it with my face with his weapon. Because then that doesn't just hit him, that hits both of us. And I didn't
Right.
want to die. So I was like, he still had the 5 attack weapon, the Rokara weapon. And so I was like, this isn't going to end well if I, like, just make a giant Edwin because he's just going to swing it into our face. And that'll arguably kill me more than it'll kill him because he could just gain a ton of armor. So yeah.
Yeah.
So
Did
that
you
was
have
the reason I held it. I was trying to like mouse over the weapon to like tell you that, but
Yeah. Did you happen to have a Hook Tusk in that list by any chance?
I did not. But yeah, I maybe should consider putting Hook Tusk in, just considering as it's like, yeah, it's definitely more of a slower pirate build, but it's also like a thief build too. It's kind of a conglomeration of the two that I think someone in my APM team came up with one version of the list, and I tweaked it a little bit and put the swordfishes in because I think those are really good, just extra weapons, right? Extra face damage. So
Swordfish
yeah,
is really, really good in that deck.
it's just such a good card. Yeah.
Yeah, especially too because it's another dredger for the Asharan vessel and
Oh,
just
for
lets you keep
sure.
up
Yeah.
pressure. Plus, 3 mana deal 6 is a good fail case when you're dredging up for 2 free 3/3s. It's good in all the situations.
Absolutely. So yeah.
Any other thoughts, I guess, about the matchup or your preparation? I noticed that you both banned mage. Like, was there a thought process behind that as well?
Yes. So I was looking at the matrix, and the both the mech mage and the naga mage are just both super strong right now. I think with the patches, druid, mage, and paladin remained virtually untouched, and so I think, and then rogue obviously got buffed, so that was just another good include. So yeah, I mean, you saw I brought the mech paladin in the beginning, and that's my own version of the list. I put trogs in it because I think trogs are just good.
Mhm.
um, but yeah, just for that, if you get trog on turn one with going first, it's just so good. And so anyway, but yeah, back to the mage. Sorry, back to the mage ban. So both mech mage and naga mage are super strong. I had brought um my own mage, and it just got banned. So yeah, I think Fish recognized that as well. So yeah, both of us banned mage, and yeah,
Yeah.
I knew the control warrior was going to be hard.
Uh huh.
I just I was just like, if I can win with the ramp druid, then I'll be okay. So
Yeah, you
that was
definitely
the
seem to
plan.
have a plan for most of the archetypes. Any of the archetypes surprise you at all, or is that's pretty much what you were expecting? The beast druid as well.
So yeah, I actually expected the beast druid.
Mhm.
And then my teammates told me, "Oh, bring ramp," and I'm like, I mean, I'm not sure because I think Fish is gonna bring beast druid, so ramp druid into beast druid is very unfavored. So I was initially a bit unsure about that, but they convinced me when they said it was a good warrior counter.
Right.
So yeah, I think I knew Fish was gonna bring beast druid because not sure if you remember, but a couple of seasons ago, um it was down to the wire. It was the fifth match of a playoff series, and I was Fish versus me was the last match, and it was on stream, and I got swept by Beast Druid, and it kind of wrecked me, honestly. It was my mental health like for Hearthstone really took a turn for the worse. But like honestly, I'm just having fun. It's just really fun just to
Yeah.
play, with good teammates, and Barnes has just been carrying me so far this season, but I've been really happy to, get a couple wins more recently, so that's been good.
I think
That's
when the
good.
Tooth of Nefarian discovered that backstab, Dr. Fish
Dude,
might have been thinking about his mental health a little bit too. That
dude,
was
that was crazy. I was just like, this can't be legal. Like, oh my gosh. I just got backstabbed and I was like, oh no, I'm so sorry. Like,
yeah. You can still get those rogue cards technically before Maestra switches.
exactly. So that was so crucial. That really just turned the tide of the game, I think. That backstab just, yeah,
Nice.
crazy. But
Any other questions you got, Dankestad?
No, I think I'm all set. But Roadrunner, thank you again for coming on. Was a pleasure, and well played games.
thank you so much. Thank you so much for casting and opping Wild9, and Yeah, I really appreciate you guys and just, hosting some people on stream, and it's just awesome. So thank you so much for having me on. Appreciate it. Once again, GG's to Fish. Really close series, very well played. So yeah. See you all later.
Yeah, thanks, Roadrunner. Yeah, way to get that,
Yeah, no
that
problem.
small revenge. Being the
Ah,
loss.
yeah, a little. We're not really revenge. We're
Yeah,
just
yeah,
happy.
yeah.
All right. Well, thank you all, and see you around.
Yep. Have a
Yeah.
good weekend.
Yeah, you too. See you guys.
All right. Well, that is all for us. We are done. We have one match today, so I actually don't even know if there are matches tomorrow, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm actually not sure either, but
I didn't see any. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
if
as always, if people are interested in playing on stream, we always love to have you just to have more content and be able to, enjoy these games. So feel free to look us up and contact us or go on the Discord and post, your times and all that sort of thing. We'll try to work with you and get you on stream. But all right. Thanks so much, Stankus Dad, for being here and casting with me. It's always a pleasure.
that it is. Thank you too, Wild9, and have a good night, everyone.
Good night.
I hear you got a problem. You are not prepared! Another round? Why do you... You are not prepared! You are not! This guy's toast. Leroy! Not prepared! Goodbye.